What's going on, YouTube? Welcome to Long Beach, California, Cabrillo High School for the Moore League matchup of Long Beach Poly Football, the Jackrabbits versus the Lakewood Lancers. As you can tell from my hair, it is a blustery evening, but it looks like it's going to be a beautiful night. You can see the sunset behind us. I'm John Martin. That's Matt Guardabascio. We're on the ones and twos for you, bringing the Moore League Live football to you on YouTube. And tonight we have a good matchup. We have the 1-0 Poly Jackrabbits coming off of a victory versus Sarah last weekend, where Stephen Barbie went for an attack on the ground and with his defensive unit.
Yeah, that ground game really putting up some massive numbers. 248 yards on the game. Devin Samples, a huge part of that.
Big time numbers from the running back tandem of Samples and Bridges, a little dine and dash. You got Bridges with the speed on the outside and Samples just eating it up. But tonight they're going against Scott Meyer-led Lakewood Lancers and their young but talented and athletic squad of players that are just looking to get out here and play some football after the game was canceled last week.
Yeah, exactly, John. And I think we're gonna pop down to the anthem now.
We got the anthem going on. Just give us a sec.
Stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watch, were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red flare gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
That rendition of the national anthem being brought to you by 4 members of the Lakewood choir program. Different CH word, apologies there. And it looks like Lakewood's JROTC program representing with the flag bearers out there as well.
And we got Lakewood's senior night tonight, so a couple extra festivities before the game. Schedule's a little out of whack, so we apologize for that short cutoff. But back to the game. We have Scott Meyer. He's going to lean on his junior quarterback and defensive back, Anthony Ianson.
Yeah.
What's it going to take for the Lakewood Lancers to come out here and play a competitive game against this tough Poly team?
I mean, one of the things that we saw last week with Malik Murphy, in order to create on offense against Poly's defense.
Another Malik Murphy reference.
In order to create against Poly's defense, you have to be mobile. You have to be able to move around in the pocket and be accurate downfield. It's going to be tough for Lakewood to put up any running yards and get that going. So you're really going to be looking to that junior quarterback play from Ianson and seeing what he can bring to the table. This will be a big game for him.
Totally, and we've seen what Poly can do on the ground and with their defense. It's going to be key for the Lancers to be able to combat that run game on offense and then be able to move the ball against that stout defense. Lakewood has a tough hill to climb, but that's why we play the game. I think we got a great matchup coming tonight, so let's get down to it. We'll take you to the field for the team entrances, and then we'll get you to kickoff. Stay tuned.
Lakewood High School, the Moore League, and the Office of CIF Southern Section conduct athletic contests under the strict code of good sportsmanship. The officials are neutral individuals that have been selected because of demonstrated ability. Rooters are encouraged to support their own team and are requested to display proper sportsmanship with respect to fencing rules and officials. Lakewood High School appreciates the attendance and support of Lakewood Athletic and this evening's contest. Lakewood High School retains the right to remove any individual that is disruptive of the athletic contest. Thank you and enjoy the game. Go! Officiating the game are referee DJ Phillips, umpire Jeff Phillips, and linesman line judge John Young, and back judge Lenny Noble.
And for those of you guys at home, when they cut to John and I, you're going to see us without masks. John and I are roommates. We are both also vaccinated, so we are taking advantage of being outdoors with people that we have been quarantining with the entire duration of the pandemic. So just a reminder, wear your masks. It really is important. It makes a big difference. It's easier to hear us and see us if we aren't masked. So fortunately, we had already taken those precautions. So
Exactly.
And I think we're going to take you to the field where we can welcome your Long Beach Poly Jackrabbits, the visitors here tonight at Cabrillo.
It can all be a little confusing, but Lakewood's field is currently under construction, and COVID requirements require you to have stands on both sides of the field so you can isolate your fan bases. But that's the reasoning. Poly played their first home game at Cabrillo High School last week, and Lakewood will play their opener tonight here again.
And again, a big thank you to Cabrillo High School for hosting the Jackrabbits and the Lancers here tonight, as well as last week for Poly. Very, very gracious of them to share their space. They've done an incredible job here. They've gone through every section of the bleachers and marked out where it's safe for people to sit. You may be able to see it at some point, but there's red marking. That's what it is. It's telling people don't sit here. We need to leave these spaces open in order to maintain social distancing. So big thank you to Cabrillo.
And while we wait for that Lakewood team to enter, be sure to like and subscribe on this channel. Smash that like and subscribe button. We're out here to bring you more league football, Long Beach football, Poly football, and we can't do it without those likes or the subscriptions. So it's really important. If you have a chance, like, subscribe, and go ahead and comment. We're tracking those comments. We want to interact with you. So don't be shy. Let us know what you think. Let us know what you like. Let us know what you don't like. But come on, keep it PG. We're human beings. We have feelings. So keep everything nice in the comments. But we appreciate your guys' support. We're out here for you guys, and you guys make it possible. So if you get a chance, like, subscribe. We thank you so much.
And it looks like the Lancers are taking the field. The host Lancers here on Friday night at Cabrillo High School.
And all things being equal, they look ready to play some football.
They do. And honestly, I'm digging the silver numbers. I'm digging the silver accents on those red uniforms. It's a nice touch.
Yeah, both teams really coming correct with the threads tonight. You got Lakewood in the all red with the silver accent, a little bit of black in there too, and then Poly with the clean whites, the gold pants, and those green accents. You love to see. I love it actually personally in sports when both teams are kind of different on the color spectrum. So it's nice to have a game where both teams aren't red or both teams aren't blue. You got a nice little color spectrum out there.
And that's some incredible color commentary from John Martin, folks.
That's the art corner from your boy J Art. And
it looks like we've got Travis Perryman as the captain representative out there for Lakewood. and Keontae Lanier out there as the captain representative for the Jackrabbits. Due to COVID, teams only allowed to send one representative out onto the field. And it looks as though Lakewood will be receiving first and driving towards that north end zone. So they will be driving to the left side of your screen, and Pauley will be kicking off to start the game.
And it all starts now, and this is going to be a big tell of how this game's going to go. Meyer mentioned on a podcast with 562sports.org that he wanted that the big key to this game was coming out strong and starting fast and making sure that they made their mark from start to end, because it's going to take a pretty well played football game to beat this Pauley team, and that's what they're aiming to do.
Yes, 100%, John. One of the things that Pauley has always, one of the ways to beat Pauley is through discipline. It's by getting them to make mistakes on defense, getting them to jump off sides on 4th and short. You have to play disciplined football against the Jackrabbits, because if you miss an assignment, I mean,
it only takes one play.
Really does to just break this game open, and that's the beauty of high school football. I almost said sports. I guess it is true of all
high school sports, yeah.
In high school, but we're going to dial in specifically and talk about football here tonight, folks.
Right. We have number 19, Dylan Michael, set to kick off, the Special Teams Player of the Week for this Long Beach Pauley squad. The tough part of the silver is it does make it a little more difficult to see those numbers on the Lakewood side, unfortunately, but we're going to get it.
Yeah.
We're going to be seeing a lot of their number throughout the game.
And we've already got some great love going on in the comments for the video. Looks like a lot of families getting a chance to watch their kids, their nephews out here playing. Really, really happy to have you all with us. And just a reminder, like and subscribe so we can keep doing this thing.
And Michael's kickoff goes a little short to the 30-yard line, and it looks like Anthony Alvarez falls on it. 1st and 10 Lancers starting at the 30-yard line.
Yeah, I'm excited to see Ianson. We got to see Pauley last week. Those of you who tuned in either live and in person or via the stream last week got to see Pauley play. So I'm excited. I'm excited that we get to see Ianson right off the bat here. It's very selfish on my part, I know, but let's see what this kid can do.
Yep. The two-sport stud sits in the backfield, shotgun. Hands it. And he'll give that to Kingston Foster. And it doesn't look like he's going to get much. In fact, he's going to lose a couple. Looks to be a loss of 2. It's going to bring up a 2nd and long.
Yeah, again, that running into that big Pauley defensive front that we talked about and that we got to see on display last week against Sarah. It's tough to move the ball on the ground against these guys.
We're going to have to see what Ianson can do with that arm, and as a baseball standout, it's something we can come to expect.
Well, and Scott Meyer, the head coach here for Lakewood, no stranger to a quarterback, defensive back talent like Ianson's. Making comparisons from Ianson to John Timu from back when Scott Meyer was coaching at Jordan.
Foster with the carry again, but again he's going to lose a couple there. Looks to be about a 3-yard loss on that time. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 15.
And it looks like Mo, in on the stop for
wrong.
No, that's Wendell.
That's
Wendell's
wrong.
whoa, Mo.
I get excited to use nicknames, so when I learn the nicknames, I'm going to jump on top of it.
But a loss of 2 on that play. Going to bring up 3rd and 15. Definitely putting the Lancers into a running situation or passing situation here on 3rd and long.
Ianson in the shotgun with Foster in the backfield. And he'll look to pass, looking to the left side. They're going to dump that short to the screen, but the Pauley defense is all over that.
And Mo in on the stop, read the screen beautifully. Going to be another loss of 2, bringing up 4th and 17 for the Lancers here.
And it's not the kind of start on offense that you want, but it's going to bring up a good opportunity for this defense to show what they can do against a stout Poly run.
And Lakewood taking their first timeout of the half. Looks like they may have had one too many guys out there on the field. Oh, no, just swapping out a player there. And fun fact, Ianson, not just a two-way player, he's a three-way player. He's actually lined up there as punter, listed as a kicker on their roster, John.
another impressive notch on the belt. Let's see the punt first, though, before we go handing out trophies.
That's a nice
It's not a bad little punt. It's going to fly down to about the 50-yard line and take a nice little Lakewood roll up to the 41-yard line. That's going to bring up the Shea Kuykendall and the Poly offense for their first drive of the game.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to seeing how Barbie starts this first drive off, if he looks for a big play in the air or if he just goes right to the meat and potatoes of Poly offense and starts handing out samples.
Free samples for everyone. And like we said, 26 carries over 150 yards last week for Devin Samples.
Yeah, 5.8, average almost 6 yards a carry. His rotation partner there at running back coming in with 5.6, on the per carry. So really not a small amount of yardage every time those guys touch the ball.
The first play will have to wait, as it looks to be an offsides on the Lancers, so that ball is going to move up 5 yards. 1st and 5 from the 46-yard line.
And again, in high school, you don't have that grace period. Once you go off sides, once you step into the neutral zone, it's encroachment. So they don't have the opportunity to get back. And it looks like they are going to go with Samples with the carry to start the game for the Jackrabbits. 7-yard gain on that one. We'll bring up 2nd and 3 now for Poly.
Kuykendall under center again. Samples in the backfield. And he'll give it to him up the middle for a few more yards.
Yeah, and that's Corey Farr in on the stop for Lakewood there.
And that'll move the chains. 1st and 10 coming up, and it looks like it's going to be more of the same script for this Poly offense, at least until somebody stops them.
Yeah, and you can see Lakewood's trying to. They're bringing up their backers. They're really stacking the box, trying to put some extra pressure there in that defensive front.
Kuykendall will roll right, and that's a pass complete to Keontae Lanier.
No, that is
nope,
Malik
that
Brown.
Is Malik Brown. I'm right again. Right, then wrong, and then right again.
You're right again.
Malik Brown, the tight end, is going to catch that pass for a big gain there.
And Jackrabbit folks at home, he needed 10. He got more. First down, Jackrabbits.
You can tell that Matt's missing his in-person announcer gig this week with Poly being the away team. But you're gonna get a couple of those gems throughout the game. So
hopefully,
fear not those.
Hopefully,
who go to the Poly games from Matt Guardabascio.
A healthy dose of first downs and touchdowns for the Jackrabbits.
Kuykendall under center. He'll hand it to Bridges this time, who goes up the middle. Looks a nice little gain there as well.
Looks to be about 6 yards on that pickup. Going to bring up 2nd and 4. Again, it's tough when you can give your one back a breather and bring in a guy who can still pick up 6 yards a carry.
They'll put Kuykendall in the backfield shotgun. 2 receivers to his left. They'll send 13 in motion, and he'll look left. Looks to be an incomplete pass, and they're blowing that ball dead. Lakewood thinks that might have been a backwards pass, but the refs are going to kill that play.
Nasir McGee, the intended receiver for Poly. Kingston Foster in coverage for the Lancers there, bringing up 3rd and 5 for the Jackrabbits.
A big third down coming up for this Lancers defense.
Yeah, samples in the backfield. With running backs averaging that much, they don't need to throw on 3rd and 5, but they do. Targeting Nasir McGee once more, connecting for about 15 on that play. It looks like going to be another first down. Jackrabbits. You love it.
Sure.
And it's going to be spotted at the Lancer 11-yard line. So Poly does have an opportunity to get a first down here if they can get it inside the 1. So potentially 8 plays, depending on how you look at it, to get into the end zone from 11 yards out.
Kuykendall's going to hand it off to Samples, who's running to the right side. And he's got a little bit of room, but he's going to be taken down just short of the goal line. But we have some whistles on the play. Looks like it's going to be a face mask on the Lancers. The referees are talking. The referee's waving it off. It's going to go the other way.
So that'll be against the Jackrabbits. And they're going to back them up 15 from the start of the play. So we're going to be looking at a 1st and 25 for Poly at the Lancers 26-yard line instead of a 1st and 10, or sorry, a 2nd and 1 from the 2 there.
It's a few more yards than your typical first down.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit. But again, I mean, the scary thing about that Poly running team,
they can pick up those yards.
I mean, you don't even necessarily have to throw the ball 3 times here.
Kuykendall will take
25.
Kuykendall takes the snap, and he's looking for Lanier in the end zone. And that's going to be a touchdown for the Jackrabbits, folks.
Keontae Lanier, touchdown, Jackrabbits.
You have to think that the Lancers were expecting run there. They hit him Poly hit him with a little play action, and Lanier, just with no one around him, easy pitch and catch for Shea Kuykendall.
Well, and that's, I mean, it's a great route. Just put himself exactly where he needed to be, just wide open for that touchdown. It looks like Dylan Michelin to attempt the point after for Poly.
And Michael's point after is good. That's going to make it 7-0 Jackrabbits with 6:47 left to go here in the first quarter. And other than that face mask penalty on the Jackrabbits, that's kind of how you expected that drive to go for Poly.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, honestly, a little bit more. I mean, I liked what I saw from Shea Kuykendall. Coach Barbie leaning on the pass game more heavily than I was expecting, especially considering the way the run game started things off. But really, I think it's important to let the Moore League know that this is not a one-dimensional team. They have some firepower at quarterback.
Michael sets up in the backfield for the kickoff as the ball falls. Like we said, it's a blustery night here at Cabrillo, so we might see all kinds of funky stuff going on with the ball. But Michael put a charge into that one, and that's going to go out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Yeah, different approach. Different approach
from the first kickoff that went to about the 30-yard line.
Yeah, and again, with that initial kickoff, it looks like that's where he wanted to place it. I don't know if they saw something, maybe just an opening, and thought they could pooch it and get down fast enough and recover.
It looked like those returners were pinching, expecting that short kickoff, and so he just let it fly. That's definitely going to make the Lancers respect that foot. 7-0 Jackrabbits over to Lakewood Lancers. 6:47 left in the first quarter. It's going to be 1st and 10 for Ianson in this Lancers offense. Ianson in the backfield, and it looks like they were going with an option there, but Ianson just couldn't decide whether he wanted to keep it or let the running back take it, and Pauly made the decision for them.
Yeah.
And he's tackling in the backfield. Looks like about a loss of 2 yards. It's going to bring up 2nd and long.
Yeah, Augie Lyons in the backfield with Ianson for that first down. Brian Parham with the stop for the Jackrabbits. A nice read on the play. Sometimes the best thing on those options is just get there in a hurry and make a quick decision.
Yep.
Loss of 2.
Ianson in the shotgun. Lyons next to him, and they're going to run it right. And Ianson's going to find a hole on the right side, but he's met again by that big Pauly defensive line. Gain of about 2 yards there. Gain of about 3 yards, it looks, actually.
And that's Parham once again with the stop. You can see the versatility. I mean, just making reads on the play. Just that first play was to Parham's right. That last play, to Parham's left. Just reading what he's saying from the offensive front and reacting to it and getting there in a hurry.
And that's what you come to expect from Parham, who came up with that big sack on 3rd down against Sarah last week, which led to the forced interception that really set up Pauly for the victory.
Exactly. And I believe Parham, one of the seniors for the Jackrabbits that has already signed paperwork to play at the next level, and decided to come back and play his senior year with his boys in the green and gold.
As Ianson takes a couple hits there, dropped back, looked like it was a pass, but then tucked the ball almost as if it was a design run. Either way, he's going to be tackled for a loss. That's going to bring up 4th and 10 for the Lancers, and looks like they're going to punt that away.
Really, really impressive effort from the Jackrabbits defensive front so far this game. And with the John, with the ball this deep into Lancer territory, you can see Lakewood really going in tight. Nobody out on the edge to go down and be a threat on that return for coverage. Really focusing on let's not let Pauly get a block punt here.
Looks like there's going to be a penalty on the play that's going to back him up 5 yards. I didn't quite catch what that was. But it just gives the Lancers a little more distance to kick it.
Yeah,
a little more green in front.
4th and 15 now for Lakewood.
Ianson will put another good kick on it. It's going to fly to about the 45-yard line, take another Lancer roll just past the 50. It's going to be down not too far from that spot. So it'll be 1st and 10 for this Pauly offense on what looks to be about the 47-yard line.
Yeah, and it'll be interesting to see here, John, if they go back to Shea Kuykendall's arm here, or are they going to, now that they've got the early touchdown, they've jumped out to the early lead, do they just go straight to the ground now?
Yeah, if you take it from the script from last week, they'll continue to pound it on the ground until they feel they need to air it out. That's what's been the successful key for them, but anything's possible on the west side,
That's true. Looks like we have Bridges as the back with Kuykendall in the backfield. And it's going to be another encroachment there. Correction, sorry, that was Samples, number 20 Samples. And it is going to be encroachment against the Lancers there. That will move them up. The Jackrabbits up 5 yards, make it 1st and 5 instead of 1st and 10. Ball now at the Lancer 48-yard line.
Kuykendall in the backfield. He'll take the snap, and he'll give that to Samples running right up the middle, looking for hits.
Exactly right. And Travis Perryman, the linebacker, makes the stop there for the Lancers. 10-yard pickup there on the 5-yard pickup for the Jackrabbits there. That will give them a fresh set of downs and a first down, Jackrabbits.
Just ooping it to himself. Calling his own number. Love it.
Sometimes you gotta. That's what the backboard's there for, right?
Kuykendall and Samples again in the backfield.
3 receivers to the top of your screen there.
Kuykendall's going to drop back. He's looking left, and he's looking to go deep.
Keontae Lanier with the reception there.
He's brought down by about 3 Lancers there. Pass down to the 20-yard line.
Elijah Slaughter in on the stop there for the Lancers. Big gain for Lanier. This is, again, Lanier, another one of the returning seniors for the Jackrabbits. You expected big things out of him this season, living up to the work that he's put in, the first 3 years of his high school career.
And we have a second red zone opportunity for the Jackrabbits. 1 for 1 already. Kuykendall under center, Bridges in the backfield. And they're going to toss it to the left side. Bridges looking for some room, and he's going to find it. He gets a nice little gain. Looks to be pushed out of bounds at about the 9-yard line. Jackrabbits are driving again.
Pickup of 8, it looks like, on that play. So it will they're going to mark him at the 11. I guess he put a foot out of bounds at the 11, so gain of 7 on that play. Going to bring up 2nd and 3 now for the Jackrabbits. And Poly, taking full advantage of the short side of the field. When you've got enough speed, you can hit that edge. You don't have to stretch it to the far side of the field.
And Kuykendall is going to roll right. He's going to find the short pass.
And that's going to be his tight end, Malik Brown.
And Brown looks to be just short of that goal line.
Great second effort by Brown to keep moving forward after the contact. Looks like he just got his knee down at about the 2-yard line. So it's going to be 1st and goal now for Poly at the 2-yard line.
And they're going to set up that power setup and give it to Samples up the middle, and he's going to walk into the end zone again. Touchdown, Jackrabbits.
You want to do it, John? Do it.
Touchdown, Jackrabbits.
Oh, come on.
How was that?
It was all right. It was all right. We'll do some work. We'll do some work in the next pre-production
Yeah, we got to flex
meeting.
it. We got to flex it.
But again, they needed 2 yards, and I don't think anybody made contact with him until he'd already kind of hit the goal line there. I mean, that Poly front is just so big. They create such movement on offense.
As the Michaels kick is through the uprights, that's good. That's going to make it 14-0 in favor of the Jackrabbits. 2:34 left to go in here in this first quarter, rather. And Pater is just something that Samples is going to have to get used to. Like you're saying, that's a big offensive line that's leading, so he's going to have a lot of room to run. And it looks like he's going to have a fair amount of success tonight. We'll see if the Lancers can make any adjustments to stop some momentum on that Poly side.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Ianson he's a rare talent. So it'll be interesting to see what he can do once he gets the ball again. It's tough to do. I mean, it's tough to do anything under pressure, and he's been under pressure every play that he's been under center.
Yeah, it looks like they've been trying to establish that run, but just that defensive line on the Poly side and that linebacker unit not giving any room to run. As the Michael kick travels down, and the Lancers, a miscommunication, and that ball is going to roll into the end zone for another touchback. Tyson Hines and Anthony Alvarez couldn't decide who wanted to catch that ball. To be honest, I don't blame them.
Exactly. And just popping into the live chat here, looks like we've got 237 people watching right now. Welcome.
Oh, dang.
We're excited to have you here for the first full game of coverage at Long Beach Poly Jackrabbits YouTube. Let's see. Looks like we've got some people, some out-of-towners getting a chance to watch this game as well. If you're watching from out of town, go ahead and let us know.
Let us know where you're from. We want to know.
Exactly. It looks like we've got Justin Brown in downtown Kansas City. He's bored, but hopefully not too bored because he's got a nice bit of more league football to be watching here.
Ianson drops back. He's going to look left. Just drop the elbow on that, and the football's going to sail.
Yeah, Tyshawn Hines, the intended receiver there. Torian White in coverage for the Jackrabbits. White with some incredible plays against Malik Murphy during last week's game against Sarah. Not sure that's the matchup I want to go with.
You got to find the areas of least resistance, but there's not a lot of them on this Poly defense.
There really aren't, John.
Ianson back, looks to be Foster in the backfield. 2 receivers to his right. Power setup. He's going to roll right, and already under pressure, but he's going to let it go, and that's going to sail just over. Let's see. That looked to be Anthony Alvarez intended. It's going to sail out of bounds. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 10 for this Lancers offense.
And Awiti Mo and Brian Parham both in pursuit on that play. Neither of those guys are guys you want to get hit by. Great effort by Ianson to really just stretch that play as long as he could and try and find somebody open. But, again, there's not many openings against this Jackrabbits defense.
Yeah, it's going to be a game of adjustments for the Lancers, it seems. They're going to have to find some way to move this ball. I don't believe they have too many yards so far, but as they acclimate, we'll see if they're able to find some room to run and to throw. Looks to be Alvarez in motion on the left side, and he'll take it. But again, met by a few Poly defenders, and he's going to be taken out of bounds at about the 21-yard line.
And Torian White, the first Jackrabbit there on the stop, just a heads-up play, making sure that he's aware of what's going on. He's not getting lost in a route. He's stepping up. He's a very, very savvy defensive play by the defensive back there for Poly.
It's going to bring up another long 4th down for these Lancers. 2 minutes left to go in this first quarter. What do we have in the backfield? Looks to be Donovan Turner there to receive, playing fairly close to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
Maybe he's playing that wind. He's going to bounce the snap, and Ianson's under pressure, but he's going to find some room, and he's going to give it a nice boot again.
Very savvy play.
And that looks to be muffed by Turner and recovered by the Lancers.
And Lakewood looks to have their first down of the game.
And their first break of the game. That's a tough play for the Jackrabbits, but new life for the Lancers.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, like Scott Meyer, head coach for Lakewood, said during his podcast that the 562.org, it comes down to discipline. Special teams is one of those big discipline areas, and unfortunately just couldn't hang on to that punt, and Lakewood capitalizing, getting new life on this drive at the Jackrabbit 46-yard line.
Ianson and Foster in the backfield. Ianson takes the snap. He drops back under pressure. He's going to roll right, looking for anything. Doesn't look like he's finding anything. He looks like he's going to be dropped in the backfield a few yards, but there is a flag on the play. Let's see what's going on here.
And that was Parham again with the stop.
Looks like that's going to be holding on the Lancers, so it's going to back him up a little bit, assuming that that's accepted.
The holding happened at the 50-yard line. It would be 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Looks like the Jackrabbits will accept. So it will be 1st and 24, if my math serves me correctly.
Looks like it does.
That's public school education, ladies and gentlemen.
With a Berkeley education.
Which is also a public school. It's still a public school.
That's true. That's true. Yes. I guess the air is on me for thinking the public school, taking it to a negative angle. But that's what you get from Long Beach State. No, I'm just kidding.
I believe it's California State University of Long Beach now.
Yeah,
It's only
whatever.
the athletics that are Long Beach
Whatever.
State.
It's a public school. 1st and 25 for the Lancers. Ianson in the backfield. They're going to send Alvarez in motion.
Fakes the
Fake it to
handoff.
Foster. And Ianson again brought down to the backfield.
And that's going to be number 26, Ignacio Michaele, for the Jackrabbits on the stop there. And I think that's going to bring up 2nd and 26. 2nd and 26 here for the Lancers. Ball all the way back to their own 38-yard line. They started this set of downs at the Jackrabbits' 46-yard line. Definitely not moving the direction the Lancers hoped.
No, and after you get a break like Poly gave the Lancers, you want to take advantage of it, and the Lancers stalling a bit here. Let's see if they can do anything with their next couple downs. Ianson's going to hand that off to Foster, but again, Poly is all over it, and it's going to be another big loss.
Yeah, it looks like Jalen Johnson, the linebacker, with the initial stop there for the Jackrabbits, fighting off the stiff arm. Kingston Foster really fighting out there. I mean, he's not going down without a fight, but it's just tough when you've got that much size and speed chasing you. And you've got to be worrying about protecting the rock.
Most certainly you do, and you never like to see the first down marker on the opposite 36 when you can see the 36 from where you're snapping the ball.
Yeah.
That's going to do it for the first quarter. As we switch sides, luckily they'll have a good frame of reference for where they'll be starting on either side of the ball.
And guys, don't forget, follow the Jackrabbits on social media. For Instagram, you've got at Long Beach Poly Football and at Poly Jackrabbits. On Twitter, you've got at LB Poly _football, at LB Poly Athletics, and at Poly Jackrabbits. Make sure you keep in tune, especially this season, with so many different scheduling changes, time changes, all of that kind of stuff. Just follow the Jackrabbits on social media so you can be informed.
And quick shout out to our production team. Again, my name is John Martin. I'm with Matt Guardabascio, producer Jan Kim Lim, class of 2017. He's been with the program since 2014. We've got our cameraman Anthony Nem, class of 2008, audio technician Jeremiah Ang, class of 2017, and our statistician and film crew, Ru Ayala, class of 84. Been with the program since 99 as Ianson is pressured again, and that pass is incomplete for Alvarez. That's going to bring up 4th and very, very long.
Yeah, at this point, I think we can get away with saying 4th and long.
Most certainly. 4th and a few downs.
Fun fact, when we say 4th and long, we're making it much more difficult for the production team because now they have to figure out exactly how far it is. So we'll try not to do that to you too often, but look, it's very windy out here, you guys. It's tough to count that high.
It is. It truly is with our public school educations.
And Ianson out there again, unfortunately, to punt the ball away for the Lancers this time. Or fortunately, if you're a Jackrabbit.
Poly, yeah, that's right. We've got Anthony Curtis back to receive. That'll fly to about the 42-yard line. Curtis finds himself with a lot of red in front of him. He's going to be pushed out of bounds at about the 46, 47, but there's a flag on the play. Looks like there's some extracurriculars going on after the whistle. The Stripes are talking it over.
Again, that extracurricular activity over there on the Jackrabbit side.
Not the kind that'll help you get into a good college either.
No, it is not. It's the penalty does go against Poly, so it will be 15 yards. Pardon me, from the end of the play there, from the end of the return, excuse me. So we'll see where that lands them. So it will be 1st and 10 for Pauley. Ball back at their own 34-yard line. .66 yards needed.
And it looks like we got a new name in the backfield, Donovan Turner, standing next to Kuykendall.
Excellent pickup there, John. Thank you for that.
And we got
Kuykendall checking in with his offensive lineman, making sure they've got their blocking assignments covered as Lakewood with 8 men in the box there.
And Turner's going to take that, run it up the middle, then break to the left side. He's got a lot of room in front of him, and he's looking for some pain. And he's going to be brought down
That's
at about the 34-yard line.
Elijah Slaughter there with the stop. And, you know, Donovan Turner listed as an athlete on the roster, showing why that is on that play. Just great field vision, good burst of speed to find the open lane there and get a nice little pickup. 1st and 10 for the Jackrabbits. Ball at the Lancers 35.
It looks like we'll have a timeout on the Pauley side. They need some time to reflect on that big run from Turner.
And guys, go ahead and if you're in a position to, in the description box for the video is a link to donate directly to the Long Beach Poly football program. Once again, in the description box, if you can, if you're in a position, every bit of help or every bit of support really does help. It has a huge impact, especially right now with things being so uncertain and so hectic during COVID. So again, if you can go down into the description field, there is a link to donate.
And also don't forget to like and subscribe this channel. We need you guys' support. You guys are the ones that drive these live streams being brought to you in the comfort of your home, so we really appreciate it. Just takes a click. And we can bring you more league football. We can bring you Poly football. This is the Poly channel. And it's premier football. We got some nice players that you're going to want to catch all season long. Bridges in the backfield. Kuykendall's going to drop back. He's looking for room. He's looking downfield, but he's going to call his own number. Brought down a few yards from the line of scrimmage. Looks like that's going to be Travis Perryman again on the tackle.
Yeah, Perryman, a name we've heard a few times here on the defensive side of the ball for the Lancers. Really just coming in. He's a junior, so he's going to be coming back, with at least one, with one more year, not at least, with one more year here for Lakewood. And really, if you're Lakewood's coaching staff, you got to like what you're seeing from this junior.
And that's the case for a lot of these players. There's only 8 seniors on this team, so you're gonna get a lot of experience this season to come back again later as Bridges takes that up the middle, and he finds some room on the outside. He only has one to beat, and he's going to take it to pay dirt. That's a touchdown, Jackrabbits.
There is a flag down. Looks to be at the 2-yard line. It may be on that block.
There did look to be a little bit of jersey grabbing down there, so we'll see what the call is from the referees. But another nice run on this Poly side.
Yeah, and again, Bridges showing, I may be coming into the game off the bench, but I can still give it to you.
You can bridge that gap. Boom, roasted. As Samples checks back into the game.
So that is going to be against Pauley. It is going to be a hold, so 10 yards from the spot of the foul. That's going to bring up 1st and goal from the Lancers' 12-yard line.
Kuykendall setting up under center. Samples in the backfield. 2 receivers to Kuykendall's left. And he's going to hand it off to Samples, running up the middle. But Lakewood's able to stop him. Gain of only a couple there.
And that looks like Mac Manu with the stop there. Defensive lineman for Lakewood. Gain of about
3. It's going to be
that.
2nd and goal. From the 7-yard line.
It's going to be from the 9, I believe.
Oh, the 9. That's right. They're going to bring it a little more intimate. Here, looking at a power setup. Samples in the backfield again. Kuykendall calling out the defense under center. He's going to roll right. Looking for someone. But he's going to be taken down in the backfield.
That's Pico Rocky Tautai.
A timely sack for the Lancers here in their own red zone.
Yeah, big stop for Lakewood there. Looks to be 2 yards on the loss there, and that'll bring up 3rd and goal. Oh, actually, they've changed it, so it is no longer 3rd and goal. It's actually 3rd and going to be 9, I believe. So the Jackrabbits will have an opportunity to get a first down without scoring here if they can get it inside the 2.
Turner again in the backfield. And they're going to give it to him, running up the middle, but the Lancers are there to meet him. Not much room there, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. 4th down, rather.
That's Mac Manu there with a stop. Again, Lakewood's defensive front really stepping up big on that on this last possession. Opting for a bend don't break mentality here, and you can hear the stands.
Getting pumped for this Lakewood squad. Down 14-0, they need to fill this Lancer team with some energy, and the crowd's gonna try and take it into their own hands. As Michael sets back for the kick. That's up. And another nice kick from Michael that goes through the uprights, and it puts 3 on the board for the Jackrabbits. 17-0 Jackrabbits over the Lancers with 7:56 left to go in the second quarter.
Yeah, and John, that's it's pretty windy down here, as you may have heard us complain about earlier, and that's not a bad kick. It looks to be about 30 or so yards for Michaels there on the field goal.
And that has to be, even though it's not talked about a lot, that has to be something that just eases your heart as a coach, not having to worry about a kicker when you need to get your extra points or those short field goals. Like you said last week, it's not often that you get a big booming leg at the high school level, but even just to make those chip shots, to get those 30-yard field goals in, that's got to be big for a team like this.
No, it is, and truthfully, I mean, that side of things has always been tough for the Jackrabbits. So I know head coach Stephen Barbie excited to be able to bring that in. And guys, I think we're going to take a brief moment here and talk to you a little bit about the 562.org. Go ahead and after the game, stop by the 562.org. It's the place to find local high school coverage now that sports are back in Long Beach, and we'll take you back to the field.
This Michael's kick is received, and a pile is created at about the 25-yard line. Tough to see numbers down there, but we're going to see if we can parse this out. That looked to be Anthony Johnston.
I think it might have been Augie Lyons with the return there, number 8 for the Lancers.
It definitely was a Lancer that received the kick and then brought it down to about the 28-yard line. 1st and 10 for those Lancers as Ianson jogs back onto the field. Lancers looking for another opportunity to drive this ball down the field against this stout Poly defense. Ianson in the backfield. Looks like Foster's there with him. They'll move Alvarez in motion, and he'll keep it, but they're containing that outside. Although Alvarez has some moves, but not enough.
Yeah, great second and third efforts there by the Jackrabbit defense. You know, the goal with the outside is containment. get to the edge before the other team and force them back. And if your linebackers are pursuing correctly, they're going to run into somebody, and that's exactly what we saw there.
That looked to be about a 10-yard loss. It's going to bring up 2nd and 20.
Let's see, popping into the to the chat here, looks like we've got some great Joe Mama humor, and we've got some visitors from Sac State.
They're throwing Joe Mama jokes?
Yeah, you missed a doozy.
Oh,
You missed the
come
doozy there,
on.
John.
I need to be on chat duty. Ianson in the backfield. They're going to option it again. Ianson's going to keep it, but again, not a lot of room to run.
And just a reminder, if you're watching, you haven't already done so, feel free to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Subscriptions are free on YouTube, and it helps the program a lot. If you guys get an inkling, get a wild hair, go ahead and drop a like and a subscribe for us. And if you ever see John and I, when they cut back to us at some point tonight, we won't be wearing masks. Don't be alarmed. We've been quarantining together this entire time. He and I are housemates, and we are also both vaccinated, so that's why we're able to broadcast to you live from outdoors.
As Ianson again is taken down, you're usually trying to take the path of least resistance. There was no resistance there.
Yeah, it looks like Donovan Poe just unblocked up the middle there for the Jackrabbits. Another big loss here for Lakewood. Going to bring up, all right, we got to count it out for him this time.
Looks like they're calling it a 30.
I believe it is.
The scoreboard says 30. When in doubt, go with the scoreboard. That's what I say. 17-0 Jackrabbits over the Lancers. 5:22 left in the first half. And the Lancers look to punt it away once more.
And Ianson in his own end zone at this point. And we will have another special teams flag.
We'll have a case of grabbing your shoulder on the Lancers. Either way, it's going to back them up about 4 yards.
Yeah, once you get in this tight, it doesn't become 5 yards. It becomes half the distance to the goal. Looks like there was an extra man on the field for Lakewood there, and that's what the flag was for.
The more you know. Do-do-do. Curtis in the backfield to receive the punt.
And we do have a flag in the end zone with contact on Ianson, the punter.
But not before Curtis is looking for some room, but he's going to be dropped down to the 33-yard line. But let's see what this flag is for.
And if we can get a dramatic pan and zoom on the R in Cabrillo, you'll see that solitary flag out there. They're not going to do it. Don't do that. That's terrible, terrible direction, you guys.
Now, at the high school level, do they have both running into and roughing?
Truthfully, I don't know. I think it's going to be clocked as a personal foul, and it will give them, I believe, an automatic first down, even though the 15 yards would not be enough to move the chains.
It does look like.
So we'll be roughing the kicker against the Jackrabbits. And that was the right call. Again, Pauly, 4 guys in there looking to make the block and just got a little too excited.
It's going to be.
So it looks like the referee just signaled that it's going to be
Jackrabbit ball.
but they'll be backed up to the Lancer 45, so that penalty will be assessed after the return, it looks like.
And the Poly offense will make its way to the field.
That's this game. So that's Jordan Riles, the intended receiver on that play. It's going to bring up 2nd and 10 now for Poly. Ball's going to remain at the Lancer 45-yard line.
Shea Kuykendall will set up under center with Samples in the backfield, 3 receivers to his right. He's going to toss that right to Samples, who's got a lot of room to go, a lot of green in front of him as the red catches up and pushes him out of bounds at about the 22-yard line. That's a big run from Samples.
Yeah, and honestly, very unsurprising to see that from either of Poly's backs, but Samples doing a great job there, finding the edge and turning and going downhill and using that speed and momentum to carry him forward. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Jackrabbits. Ball at the Lancers' 23-yard line. And John, if you're a Lancers fan, I mean, it's tough. You've got 4:25 here in the first half. Jackrabbits with a 17-0 lead and getting the ball to start the second half.
Kuykendall's going to hand it off to Turner, but he's met by a few red jerseys.
Sorry, Mac Manu there with the stop for Lakewood.
It's going to bring up 2nd and 10 for these Jackrabbits. (17-0) Jackrabbits. 3:47 left here in the first half. Turner to Kuykendall's left. 3 wide receivers over there as well. Kuykendall's going to drop back. He's looking downfield. He's going to throw it deep to the right side. Oh, and that's just broken up for Jordan Riles.
Javon Rodriguez in coverage for the Lancers. A little 7-on-7 action there, bringing up 3rd and 10 for the Jackrabbits.
A nice ball from Kuykendall there. Rodriguez just in a good position to break up that pass.
Yep. You gotta love such insightful color commentary as yep. Sorry for leaving you hanging there, John.
No, baby, it's all good. It's all good. 3rd and 10 for the Jackrabbits. Kuykendall in the backfield. He'll have Bridges to his right. He'll drop back again. And he'll throw it to the flat to Jordan Riles again. And he's finds some room. He only's got 1 defender to beat. We're waiting for the signal.
Oh, there is a flag down
And
back
they're
at the
not
13.
They're not going to give it to us.
Let's see what this flag is for. Second time, I believe, Poly's taken points off of their own score.
Looks to be a holding penalty on the Jackrabbits. So it's going to back them up, and they're going to have another try at that 3rd down.
I'll tell you one thing. I can think of one talking point that Coach Barbie's going to have in the locker room at halftime for his guys there.
Stop holding.
Exactly, just like that.
Just like that. Put me in, Coach, as the coach.
Exactly.
We're on fire. Mid-season form up here in the booth. So
I
that's the
wonder
third
if
and
wind affects your ability to think.
probably not. Kuykendall in the backfield. Bridges to his left. He's going to take it. He's going to drop back. He's looking to his left, and he's going to let it go.
Keontae Lanier.
Lanier wide open.
One more time. Touchdown, Jackrabbits. I had to do a quick scan of the field to make sure there weren't any flags before I did that. But, again, Lanier just, the uncanny ability to just find the open space, linking up with with Kuykendall there for another big touchdown for the Jackrabbits, putting the score at 23-0, with Michaels there lining up to attempt the extra point.
And the Dylan Michael kick is up, and that appears to be good, and the refs confirm it. 24-0 Jackrabbits over the Lancers. 3:16, oh heck yeah, left in this first half.
I see what you did there.
I hope everybody does.
I
And I kept it PG rated.
You did. You did.
Even though some would say the word I substituted could fly on a high school football broadcast.
It may. It may.
You got to err on the side of caution.
It's true. It's true. I don't know what does the FCC monitor YouTube Live?
Well, the FCC won't let me be, or let me be me, so let me see. Because they try to shut me down on MTV. Everybody, because it feels so empty without me.
Oh,
a little Eminem there for you, YouTube crowd. Come on, we're having fun. I got to get one comment off that.
Nope, nothing.
Nothing. That's okay. Michael will pooch it to the 30-yard line. And they're finding something to run. Oh, but he's tripped up. He had some momentum for a second. Can't quite see what that number is. We'll give it to you in a second. But had a moment where he saw some green.
It's going to be Julius Jimenez there, the defensive back, with a return for Lakewood.
They're doing some sleight of hand in those piles because Jimenez had the ball, but Lions came out with the ball. I was this close to just shouting Lions. King of the jungle. I was ready. Give it to me. We'll live to pun another day.
Congratulations, John. You've got your first comment.
Let's go, the Mike Scavore.
Mike Scavore, former
volley
punter, kicker for the Jackrabbits. Check it in.
If that is him. It doesn't say the real Mike Scavore as Ianson drops back, and he finds Alvarez there on the outside. Looks to be about a 5-yard pass there. That'll bring up 2nd and 5. Ball at about the 44-yard line. Kendall, B123, spitting. I'm getting bars. The crowd loves it.
The crowd is mildly pleased with it.
Maybe this sets me up to finally debut the freestyle that I've been working on.
No, it does not. No.
We'll feel it out. We'll see. We'll see if the crowd wants it.
Guys, we got to cut his mic. Let's get us out of here.
Ianson in the backfield. He's going to hand it off to Foster again, but once again met by D-block. No room to run there as they shut Foster down.
Uiti Mo with the stop on that one. Loss of 2, I believe, on the play there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7. It is the Mike, the real Mike Scavore. You got to change your handle, man. Otherwise, people are going to doubt.
Right.
It's just word of the
Throw it
wise.
in there.
Word of the
2004
wise.
CIF champion Mike Scavore.
It's true. It's true.
3rd and 7, 2:24 left in the first half. Ianson in the backfield, Foster to his right. He's going to drop back, and he's looking up the middle for Alvarez, but it's going to be overthrown. Just out of reach for Alvarez.
And that's Jalen Duncan there laying out, trying to get that interception for the Jackrabbits.
And Adam Wilder with the dance moves there in the secondary. Celebrating a 4th down. Another forced 4th down for these Jackrabbits.
And Hunter, there will be a brief halftime performance, and then John and I need to talk to our production team and get their notes so that so they can just stay away from the freestyles.
There will be notes.
We'll be. Oh, go ahead.
As Ianson looks set to punt, he'll kick it back.
It's Anthony Curtis, it looks like, with the return for the Jackrabbits.
Muffs it for a moment, and just a moment is all the Lancers need to catch up. It'll be brought down at about the 25-yard line. That brings up another first down for the Jackrabbits. Is this the time? First down, Jackrabbits.
No, you don't do it. You don't do it on special, unless it's like a.
I'm gonna get it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get one of those Madisms one of these times.
Travis Perryman with a stop there once again for the Lancers. You know, he's doing it on defense. He's doing it on special teams.
As we get a shout out from Georgia, GA. Ellen McGillen.
Let's. I think
Shout
we've got
out to you.
I think we've got some new people on the in the chat. So feel free. Go ahead and let us know where you're tuning in from. We'd love to give you a shout out.
Yeah, thanks so much for tuning in again. Like, subscribe if you can. As Kuykendall takes the rollout to the right side. He's looking for Jordan Riles, and he'll find him.
And Riles with the reception there just takes a quick step out of bounds. After a nice little 7-yard gain. That's going to bring up 2nd and 3 now for the Jackrabbits. Ball at their own 32-yard line.
And there's nothing private about this stream. If you get a chance, share the stream with a friend. We enjoy all company. We want all ears here. We want all eyes to watch this Poly football team with us. As Kuykendall is going to hand that off to Holding. Not in football terms, holding for a name, to Bridges as he runs up the middle. And that's going to bring up a first down, Jackrabbits.
And you can always hit him with a he needed 3. He got more.
Okay.
I'll
add that to the tool belt.
And if they get it off of a penalty, you say it's not the most conventional way to do it.
Jackrabbits hurrying up here. Kuykendall in the backfield. He's going to roll left this time.
And he's going to hit Kyron Rashiel out there. On the bottom of your screen, he's going to bring it to the 45-yard line. That's going to be a 7-yard gain on that play. Bring up another 2nd and 3 for the Jackrabbits.
Minute 30 left in the game, in the game's first half. As Kuykendall again rolls right.
Can't connect there.
Pass intended for Nazir McGee.
That's going to bring up 3rd and 3. Not the end of the world there. It is going to stop the clock for you. The Jackrabbits, I believe, with all 3 timeouts left in this first half, should they choose to go that route, and certainly capable of picking up 3 yards on the ground if they need to.
And shout out to Sherbert. He's tuning in from Norfolk. Norfolk. The third time's a charm. Virginia here, Long Beach Poly alum. Thanks so much for tuning in. As Kuykendall looks like he completes that pass again to McGee.
And that's Julius Jimenez in coverage making the stop right at midfield. Going to be a first down, Jackrabbits at the 50-yard line.
And a sliding catch from McGee there. Clock continues to count down.
We've got some folks from Galveston, Texas, Lake Forest, Illinois.
Kuykendall looks for Riles on the right side and finds him. He'll get out of bounds. That'll stop the clock as Poly putting together a nice pitch and catch drive here led by Shea Kuykendall.
And definitely, too, if you're a Jackrabbit or even a Lancer alum, because we know there are some Lakewood families tuning in and watching us, shout out your graduation year. Let us know when you guys graduated.
Kuykendall rolling left. He couldn't find anything.
Julio,
when you roll left, you don't
Jimenez.
necessarily want to throw right, and that's exactly what he did. And the Lancers pick that ball with about 58 seconds here to go in the first half.
Julius Jimenez there with the interception for Lakewood. John, if this were Poly getting the interception, this would be an opportune time for a first down, Jackrabbits.
Unfortunately, that's not the case.
No, it is not.
And because this is a Poly stream, we're not giving that kind of energy to the Lancer side.
We're not. We're just not going to do it.
We're just not going to do it.
So we don't put our foot down on many things, but that is the thing we're putting our foot down.
But that'll give Ianson and this Lancers offense an opportunity to work their 2-minute drill with a little less than 1 minute to go as Ianson looks to the right, and he'll find Alvarez on the right side, and he slips a tackle, and he keeps going, and he's shoved out of bounds by Jalen Duncan. But that's a nice little game. That might be the biggest play for the Lancers so far this evening.
Yeah, and it may – I'd have to check the stats, but that might be their first down that hasn't come from a penalty in the first half.
Not what you want to see with the first half winding down, but something to take into halftime. As they're not even done here. They still got 50 seconds left to make some moves.
Exactly. 1st and 10, ball at the Jackrabbits, 47. Let's see what Ironson can do with the hurry-up offense here.
You can
2-minute
guarantee
drill.
you can guarantee that Poly defense doesn't want to go into the locker room having given up a score. And a little funkiness going on with the snap there. It didn't seem to quite make it to the quarterback, but a lot of movement down there in the middle on a flag on the play. It looks to be a false start on the Lancers, so that's going to back them up just a bit as the wind starts to pick up a little bit here. So just as they get going, another penalty to slow them down. Not what you want to see from the Lancer side, and I'm sure they'll have a lot of things to talk about here at halftime.
Yeah. Yeah, certainly, when you're – I mean, it's the tough thing about high school football is it's so momentum heavy. Lakewood doing a great job of trying to swing the momentum here to close out the half, and just backing themselves up is I mean, it's a momentum killer. It's tough to see that. Unless you're a Jackrabbits fan, in which case, you're probably pretty happy with it.
Ianson looking to the sideline for the play, but some kind of miscommunication going on there, so Lakewood's going to take their second timeout, I believe, to talk things over.
And guys, if you are interested in an advertisement spot here on the Long Beach Poly football YouTube channel, we're going to be doing live streams for every Moore League contest this year. Make sure you contact Long Beach Poly High School at gmail.com. It's the way to get on here and have a sponsorship. So once more, go ahead and like and subscribe our YouTube channel as well. Again, subscribing, liking, it's free for you, but it does help us quite a bit. If you want to see this really expand and grow, go ahead and drop a like and a subscribe.
And Ionson's going to take the snap, but gobbled up.
It's going to be Demetrius Williams, I believe.
There was just did seem to be no blocking. It almost looked like they were setting up a screen pass, but there was no screen to pass to. And Ianson taken down there by, again, another nice play by that Poly defensive line.
Exactly. And now they're looking at what do we have here? 2nd and 27, it looks like. Might be 28.
And as time ticks down, you think they might just take this score into halftime. But we'll see. Only a few more seconds left. Ianson in the backfield. And they'll get a play off. He'll look to the right side, and that's Alvarez for the short pass.
And there is a flag in the backfield. Jackrabbits looking. It is going to be roughing the passer against Poly.
And that'll bring up an untimed down, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe so. I think they still do that at the high school level as well. So it would be 15 yards from the end of the play. And an untimed down for the Lancers here. So they are marching that. It is going to be 1st and 10 for Lakewood. Ball at the Jackrabbits 42-yard line. No time on the clock. One play left in this first half.
An opportunity for a Hail Mary here. We'll see if they take it. A strong wind, though, blowing in from west to east. Could throw some trickeration on that ball. And with an athletic Poly secondary, you never know what could happen. Looks like they're going to hand that off to Alvarez, sweeping to the left side, and he's going to be gobbled up again by that D block. And that'll do it for this first half. No penalties on the play. We'll head into halftime.
And that's
Long Beach.
Jacob Tuioti, pardon me for interrupting. Just want to shout out the Pauley defender there, Jacob Tuioti, with the stop on the final play in the first half there.
And that'll take us to halftime. 24-0, Long Beach Poly Jackrabbits over the Lakewood Lancers. A lot of things to talk about for this Lancer team. Not a lot of movement on the ball and not a lot of resistance on the defensive side.
In fact, John, it's one of those things. The Lancers with negative movement here. Looks like negative 27 offensive yards there for Lakewood in the first half. Pauley coming up big with 254 in the first half offensively.
And a balanced offensive attack, 130 yards passing and 124 on the ground. You have to think that those passing lanes were opened up by their success on the ground. But I'm sure it's encouraging for Barbie to see his team executing on both sides of the offense.
Exactly, and really defensively for the Jackrabbits, Lakewood total offense is at negative 27, 22 passing yards in the first half. Pauley's defensive front negative 49 rushing yards for the Lancers in the first half.
A really good showing for that Poly offense and that defense. A lot of things to talk about for those Lancers, but still also some things to talk about for those Jackrabbits. A couple bonehead penalties, a couple missed opportunities that I'm sure they're going to want to address. These are the kind of games where you want to tighten those screws. You don't want to let up. You want to make sure that you stay disciplined, and I'm sure that's something that they're going to talk about at halftime.
Oh, 100%. I mean, when you look at Lakewood's offensive production, half of their first downs in the first half came from Poly penalties. We're talking one of two, but again, I mean, the first down that Lakewood earned the entire first half of play came off of a Jackrabbit penalty. You had some mental errors in the special teams game that created a turnover. Definitely some things to tighten up for Poly in the locker room. It'll be interesting to see what head coach Steve Barbie does, if he's going to bring the starters out for the third quarter or if he's going to move to a younger unit, get some guys some reps. But either way, really excited to see the second half of Jackrabbit football. Didn't think we'd get to see it in this school year, so really excited that we get to be calling more league football for you guys. Yep. Jackrabbit football.
And we're having a good time doing it. We're having some fun with you on a Friday night. 24-0, Long Beach Poly Jackrabbits over the Lancers. We got about 12 minutes to go here in halftime. We're going to take a quick break. I'm John Martin, Matt Guardabascio, coming to you from Cabrillo High School in Long Beach, California. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. And in the meantime, like, subscribe. We love it. We'll see you soon. Be back in a few minutes.
And spread the word. Let everybody know what you're watching.
Spread the word. We want more of you. Come on, baby. See you in a few.
Hey, what's going on, fellow Jackrabbits? Chris Lewis, class of '99. I just want to wish you guys the best of luck in this upcoming season. I know you guys have had to persevere through a lot over this past year. Now's the time to go out there and just lay it. Go play with your brothers. Enjoy the moment. There's a lot of us have come through before you, over a century of players that have come before you, and we've all put our time and effort and work in just to make sure that brand of Long Beach Poly is strong out there and throughout this whole nation, and it is. And so I want you guys to make sure you're not taking that for granted. Just there's youngsters in that crowd at Vets looking up to you, and they can't wait to be in your shoes one day as well. So wish you guys the best of luck. Go out there and fight and enjoy.
All right, man. What's up, fellas? Sage Lewis, class of 02. Just want to give y'all some encouragement going into the year. Keep striving for greatness, pushing forward. Looking forward to seeing you guys go out there and ball, man. Appreciate all the love and support. I'll be back soon to catch you guys, man. Do your thing this year.
What's going on, young Jackrabbits? My young beats from the East, my young Funk House Riders. That's your big homie, man, HD, Herschel Dennis, running back, class of 02, single season rushing and touchdown record holder till this day. 20 years strong, baby. Still going. Just waiting on one of y'all to break it, man. Hey, I'm just here to show some love and support and let you guys know, man, I'm super excited to see you guys go out there and ball this year. Do your thing, man. Go hard, man, and don't take it for granted. You know, they try to take this season away from you guys, man, from you seniors, and they shortened it up. So go out there, man, and play with that honor and that integrity, man, that you guys could play with, and just do what you love, you know, exceed your expectations, make yourselves proud, make your family proud. You for sure gonna make the city proud. And you leaders, man, you guys got to lead by example, you know, and make sure you guys are keeping each other accountable. And, you know, that's how champions, that's how they act, man. That's how they go about their business. Everybody got to keep, you got the team, got to keep each other accountable. And, you know, you got the leaders just lead by example, man, on and off the field, in the weight room, in the classroom, on campus, in your community, everything you do, man. So you guys go out there, represent, man, play hard, play fast, and represent, baby. Funk House, baby.
What up, Jackrabbits? It's Trayvon Patterson, class of 06. Good luck to you guys this upcoming Friday versus Sarah in this upcoming season. I know you guys are very excited after dealing with a lot of adversity. You guys finally get to hit the field and get going. You know, to just know that the Jackrabbit community and alumni is behind you. To go out there and play hard for the green and gold. Go out there and play fast. Believe in your brothers. Believe in the coaching staff. And trust yourself. Most of all, don't think and just play fast. Go Jackrabbits.
What's up, Long Beach Poly? This is Gerard Wicks here, running back, class of 2013. Man, I just want to say congratulations and good luck this year. Play for one another and have fun. At the start of my senior year, we started off the season 1-3. After that, we ended up winning 13 games straight and became Pac-5 champions and regional champions. We should have been the first team in Long Beach Poly history to be state champions, but it's all about you guys right now. So have fun, embrace this opportunity, and hopefully at the end of the year, you guys can win one of these.
Hey, Long Beach Poly fam, it's Ty Tiedemann, class of 2014 and current pitcher in the Rangers organization. I just wanted to send a huge congrats and shout out to you guys for having a season this year. I know it's been tough. It's been hard to wait and see how things are going to play out, but now's the time. You know, come March 12th, you guys just got to leave it all on that field and be ready to go. I mean, it's going to be a great season. I know the coaches and staff and trainers all got you prepared for what's to come. Just go out there and make the best of it and leave your hearts all out there, man. I'm so happy. I wish I was back there on the field strapping it up, but I can't wait to see how you guys do this season. Good luck.
What's up, y'all? Josh Lund, quarterback, class of 2015. You guys been through a lot this year, man, leading up to this point. Now it's time to roll. I got to see you guys play a little bit in Corona recently. You guys are ready to go, man. You guys have everything you need from top to bottom to be a great football team. Play fast, play together, fall back on your training, leave it all out there on the field. Enjoy every moment with your brothers. You guys never get this time back. You know, man, I'll do anything to put on that green and gold again. Poly's a special place. You know, you guys are living through literally history right now. How do you guys want to be remembered? You know, represent that green and gold well. It's definitely an honor to wear it. You know, you guys are playing for a lot of people who passed through. You know, we're all pulling for you. We're praying for you weekly. You know, good luck this year. Hope to see you guys soon. All love.
How you doing? This is JB Brown, class of 2017. I want to congratulate my fellow Jackrabbits on having a season. I know you've been dealing with a lot of hardship of not knowing if you're going to have a season or not. Well, it's here. Just leave it all on the field and have fun with it.
How you doing, Jackrabbit community? This is Champ, class of 2017, currently running back at Harvard. Just want to say good luck on the season.
What up, Jackrabbits? It's Matt Corral, quarterback, class of 2018. I just want to wish you guys the best of luck this season. I know it's been hard these past couple months and not playing football, but you guys finally get your shot tomorrow versus Sarah. Go get that W. Mr. N, Mr. Puth, you guys are the best. Hope all is well. Good luck, Jackrabbits.
How y'all doing, Jackrabbits? It's Raymond Graham, 2018 running back. I just want to encourage y'all on how having the season this year. Currently at Prairie View A&M.
Jackrabbits, this is Ryan Nixon, class 2018. Currently, I'm at the University of Tulsa, and I just wanted to wish you guys, I want to congratulate you guys on having the season. You know, I know you guys have been dealing with a lot, with the pandemic and, all the COVID stuff. But you guys got the opportunity now, so, go out there, ball out, have fun, and just enjoy yourselves. That's all it's about, really, and just go hard. Make sure you guys is focused. You guys have a support system behind you guys. With me and the rest of them, Just everybody's gonna be watching. So, you know, just do you guys' job. You guys got a great leader behind y'all with Coach Barbie. You know, he's trying to do things the right way. So, you know, we're gonna be supporting y'all and watching y'all. Go Poly.
What up, everybody? It's Cam McDonald, class of 2018, tight end. I go to FSU now, and I just want to congratulate you guys on having the season and let you know, and actually I want to make sure that you guys understand what you represent. Long Beach Poly High School is the #1 sports high school in the country. It will never be able to be argued. It'll never be able to be debated. We go based on a different set of metrics. I want you to understand that before you take the field tomorrow night, that you represent the #1 sports high school in the country, the most professional sports athletes across all sports in America. Understand that you represent that. So with that being said, go out there, play hard for your brother. Look to your right and to your left and understand that you're going to have to fight for that man next to you in order to get the job done. I love the fact that you guys are Jackrabbits and that you representing right now. I bleed green and gold and I will bleed it forever. I love you guys. Good luck tomorrow. And it's still hard to be a rabbit. Let's go, baby. Yes, sir!
What's up, y'all? This is Keon Markham. This is Keon Markham. And we was class of 19, and we just wanted to congratulate y'all on the season and wish y'all the best of luck on y'all game, y'all first game. Everything y'all worked for, everything y'all practiced for, y'all just put it out there and leave it out there. And most importantly, y'all have fun. Yeah, just like what he said, have fun and go out there and make plays. Go Rabbits! Go Rabbits!
What's the deal, y'all? It's Tariq LaBeouf, and I play corner at Boise State University. I just want to congratulate y'all, especially in a time like this, on the season and opening up against Sarah. I just want to encourage y'all to hold each other accountable and, you know, keep that brotherhood going and do everything you do for your brother to the right and the left of you. So with that being said, I just want to wish y'all good luck, you feel me? And show them cats how we do it in that green and gold, baby.
Alex Austin, class of 2019. I currently go to Oregon State University. I just want to congratulate you all on having a football season because this is a big accomplishment, and I'm happy to see y'all play this year. And it's been a long time coming, you know. So y'all need to go out there and just make the most of these opportunities that's being given. Go out there and leave it all on the line for your brother next to you and compete every play. Go out there and just have fun, man. Football is back, y'all. Football is back, and the community is rooting for y'all. The alumni is rooting for y'all. We all are tuned in. Let's go. Go Poly.
What's up, YouTube? We are back from Long Beach, California, Cabrillo High School for this matchup between the Long Beach Poly Jackrabbits and the Lakewood Lancers. Again, I am John Martin. This is this is Matt Guardabascio. We're having some fun out here on a Friday night. We're bringing this Moore League matchup to you guys. And I say hello, YouTube. I usually say hello, Long Beach, but we have people from all across the country joining us, which is just awesome to see. We love to see the activity in the chat. Like, subscribe, but let's get back to this game. 24-0 Jackrabbits over these Lancers. What are the things that each side is probably talking about at halftime? What are you expecting to see from Poly and from the Lancers here in the second half?
Well, I mean, if I'm Lakewood, the first thing that I'm doing is figuring out a new blocking scheme. How are we going to get Ianson some protection so that he can do something with the ball? I mean, he's had probably under 2 seconds, maybe 3 seconds tops, almost every single snap in that first half. So really, you might see some twin backs out here, something to just add an extra blocker, something that somebody can double up, just maybe give him a little time.
Something to give him a little bit of time.
And if I'm Poly, really the biggest things is just, get your head in the game, stay focused. Don't fall asleep on these guys. You need to have every single down, every single snap be perfect.
Yep.
There were some costly penalties. We had 2 touchdowns taken off the scoreboard. I believe Poly ended up scoring after one of them. The other one turned into a field goal, if I'm not mistaken. But you hate to see that. You had some errors on special teams that Poly is going to be looking to address. They did that with a substitution. That's really where I'm looking at from Poly. You're seeing what you want. You're running the game plan that you want. You just got to clean up some of those mistakes.
Yep. It seems like Poly kind of wants to keep doing the same things that they've been doing, and the Lancers want to switch it up completely. Find a new way to try and tackle this Poly offense and try and stop the Poly defense from getting to the quarterback. We'll see what they'll be able to do here. I think we should take a dip back down to the field.
Yeah. And just a quick reminder, John and I have both been quarantining together. We're housemates, so we've been quarantining the entire duration of COVID-19. And also, we're both vaccinated. So that's the reason you're seeing us here without a mask. We are outdoors. We're removed from the general populace here in the stadium. The rest of our crew is all masked up. So just a reminder, please wear a mask. It's still very important, even with people getting vaccinated. John and I, because we've been quarantining, because we are both vaccinated, a little bit of wiggle room there, but for everybody else, don't do it.
And we get a great opportunity to come out here and bring you some more league football as we get ready for the kickoff. Let's take it back down to the field for the kickoff as we get this second half started. See what's going to unfold and see what happens.
And real quick, John, just a quick plug for Long Beach Limited, Long Beach Ltd. We had some people commenting on that 16th and Atlantic hoodie that you're wearing under your pea coat, trying to stay warm here. Make sure you guys go and support the Poly gear that you see there, as well as the Long Beach Poly, the history of Long Beach Poly, written by local sports writers Mike Guardabascio and Tyler Hendrickson. Proceeds from that do benefit the Long Beach Poly program and associated student body.
And Ianson's going to kick that off, but there is some yellow on the field, and it's not on the Poly jerseys. Referees throw another flag. We'll see what this penalty is.
Just based on the location there at the Lancers 40, it is going to be offsides. Just excited for the second half of Moore League football.
You can get a little jumpy. I'm sure it's easy to get a little jumpy when you're staring down that Poly special teams unit, just waiting for your quarterback / defensive back / kicker to kick that ball off so you can go downfield and make a tackle.
And they are going to reset here. Lancers will be kicking from their own 35 here. We've got 3 receivers back for the Jackrabbits.
But a 4th is going to come in and get that ball. And that's going to be Jeremiah Fort taking it up the left sideline. And he's barreling through defenders, but he's finally taken down
Looks
by
like
a Lancer special teams member. Couldn't quite catch the number. Looks like it might be 20, Anthony Johnston. Why not?
And looks like, oh, by the way, for those of you guys who tuned in last week, Fort was the fullback that the Jackrabbits were bringing in. So no stranger to carrying the ball there and showing some of those punishing hits that he was delivering last week here on the return.
Shea Kuykendall back out to lead this Poly offense here in the second half.
Looks like we have Samples joining him in the backfield.
And he's going to give it to Samples, running over to the left side. He's got some room to go, and he's brought down there at the 48-yard line, it seems.
And that's going to be Mac Manu with the stop for Lakewood. That'll bring up 2nd and 3 after the 7-yard gain there for the Jackrabbits. Ball crossing midfield into Lancer territory at the Lancer 48.
Kuykendall under center. He'll take that snap, give it to Samples again. But the defensive line of the Lancers holding up there, not much room to go. Looks like it might be a 1-yard gain, 3rd and 2.
Yeah, I guess we didn't really talk about what Lakewood was going to be trying to do on the defensive side of things there, but you're seeing a little bit more pressure, some more bodies in the front for Lakewood. Pardon me, in the defensive front there.
And Sample's going to take that up the middle, and looks like he gets just enough for a first down for those Jackrabbits, so they'll continue to move on their on the opening drive of this second half.
Yep, and that's going to be Travis Perryman once more with the stop for Lakewood. You want him with first down, Jackrabbits?
First down, Jackrabbits. Kuykendall under center. Bridges now in the backfield, and he'll take it up the middle. The Lancers swarming, though, and he'll be stopped at about the line of scrimmage.
A full brigade of Lancers in on the stop there. Again, you're starting to see just more bodies in that defensive front as Lakewood really says, hey, if you're gonna do stuff against us, if you're gonna march down the field, you're gonna have to air it out a little bit. So we're seeing some of those defensive adjustments there pretty early on in the second half.
Kuykendall back with Bridges to his right. He's going to look left, though, and that pass is complete to Donovan Turner there on the left side as a plethora of Lancers.
Jordan Riles there with that reception, and it is going to be
Riles.
looks like it'll be a gain of about 11.
Look, a 7 is just a 2 that's off balance to me. So.
Oh, 100%. 100%. And to be fair, everybody at home, I'm the one that has the binoculars, so John's at a bit of a disadvantage. So if it seems like I'm correcting him or, I'm not trying to. And
Bridges is going to take that to the middle for a big gain.
Yeah, he needed 10. He got more. First down, Jackrabbits.
And that defensive front was putting up a bit of a fight earlier in this drive, but a nice little drive for these Jackrabbits as they move into Lancer territory, into the Lancer red zone.
Yeah, going to be 1st and 10, ball at the Lancer 14.
Kuykendall looking left for Riles. A fight for the ball, but it looks like he's got it. Touchdown, Jackrabbits.
What an incredible play by Riles there. Heads up the entire time, coming back over the defender to secure that ball for a touchdown, Jackrabbits.
Riles' size certainly coming into play there as he just snatched that ball from that Lancer defender and said, no, this one's mine.
And Riles, another one of those Jackrabbit seniors, electing to play his senior year, electing to stick it out with his brothers in the green and gold as Dylan Michaels sets up for the point after.
The kick from Michael is up, and that's through the uprights again. A nice night for Michael, scoring some points for this Jackrabbit squad. That's going to put them up 31-0 over the Lakewood Lancers. 8:56 left to go here in this third quarter.
And John, it's one of those things. This is Paulie's had many rivalries. I think when you're as storied a program as Paulie is, it feels like everybody's your rival. Lakewood and Paulie had an incredible rivalry back in the late aughts with Lakewood beating Paulie in the Moore League, I believe in 2008. I believe they beat them in league in 2009, and Paulie and Lakewood having a really close, heavily contested semifinal match in the CIF playoffs in 2008. So a lot of great memories between these two programs. We'll see what they can do with their first possession of the second half now.
The Michael kick is received by Tyshawn Hines, it appears, and he takes that down to just past that 20-yard line.
Anthony Curtis with the stop for the Jackrabbits. And you were saying a little bit of...
that ball's going to be placed at the 26-yard line. Maybe the 25, actually.
Referee's doing a little dancing on us, but settling there at the 25, 1st and 10 for the Lancers.
It's Friday night, baby. If you ain't dancing, what are you doing? Come on.
Well, hopefully they're watching the live stream.
¿Por qué no los dos?
Great point. Great point.
Ianson in the backfield. They'll send Devin Bush in motion, but Ianson's going to keep it as he tricked a few Poly defenders. But what matters is that defensive line sticks with the quarterback there and brings him down not too far from that line of scrimmage. Looks to be a gain of about 1. That's going to bring up 2nd and 9 for the Lancers.
Yeah,
Ball at the
Ignacio
26-yard line.
Michaele with the stop for the Jackrabbits there. Great read, way to stay in position for Michaele.
This Lancer squad looking for some ways to move the ball here in the second half. Haven't found much room to grow. Hopefully some mid-game adjustments can prove fruitful here. As they'll send Bush again, and Ianson will run that to the right side looking for the option, but he'll keep it, and he's brought down by a few Jackrabbits.
Looks like Uiti Mo with the stop, the initial Jackrabbit there. Uiti and his brother Wendell, or as John likes to call him.
Whoa.
Whoa, Mo. Two stout linemen for the Jackrabbits there. Big presence, both sides of the ball. Gain of 1 on that play for Ianson. Going to bring up 3rd and 8 now for the Lancers.
Ianson's going to stand in the shotgun. 2 receivers to his left, 1 to his right. He'll drop back to pass. He's looking left to Gabriel Luna. And that's going to be completed, but it's short of the first down marker. That's going to bring up a decision time for these Lakewood Lancers.
Torian White there in coverage. Great job of keeping the receiver for Lakewood in front of him there. Knowing where the sticks is. Again, another heads-up play by the defensive back for the Jackrabbits to bring up a 4th down. And I'm going to, just popping into the chat here, quick shout out to Adrian Martinez joining us live in the hospital. Adrian, we hope you're feeling all right. We hope you're getting better and on the mend. Thanks for tuning in. We're happy we can provide this service for you guys. So keep tuning in. We'll be here every week.
And Ianson's going to punt that ball away, but it's going to hit the back of one of his special teams members as Curtis calls for the fair catch. But it matters not much as the ball is placed at the 39-yard line. It's going to be a first down for the Jackrabbits.
Quick math. Poly has 61 yards to go to the end zone.
That's a public school education for you.
And guys, just a reminder, after the game, pop over to the 562.org. We want to get you guys the best local post-game coverage there is. Truthfully, it's the only Long Beach local coverage of our local teams by local guys. So once more, the 562.org. Stop in after the game. They'll have video highlights, articles, and photo galleries from tonight's Moore League contests.
As a new quarterback, it looks like Pat Vialva checks into the game and hands that off to Samples, who rumbles up the middle for a big gain there. Bring up a first down, Jackrabbits.
Exactly.
Ball at the 46-yard line here with 5:50 left to go in the second quarter.
And how great for a quarterback when you get to just hand it off to a guy who's averaging more than 6 yards this game.
And on his second play, Vialva lets it loose deep, looking for Kyron Rochelle, but just a little too excited there, overthrows him a bit. So it's going to bring up second down and 10. Vialva, the southpaw, giving us a new angle, throwing that ball from the left side.
Team's getting settled here.
And even down 31, this Lancer cheer squad and crowd is still giving that energy as Samples just rumbles again up the middle. They don't seem to have quite an answer for Samples, Bridges, or anyone on this Poly run game for that matter.
Yeah, and it looks like Donald Julian with the stop there for the Lancers on that play. It's tough when you're giving up that many yards on the ground game. I mean, we got 3rd and 1 here now. Ball at the Lancers' 38-yard line.
Vialva takes a snap, and he's going to hand it to Bridges, who's running on the right side, but is met by 2 Lancers.
It's going to be close.
It is going to be close. We'll see if they bring the sticks or just give it to him.
The far judge there is going to be waving the sticks down, so it is another first down, Jackrabbits.
Three wide receivers left to Vialva. Bridges in the backfield with him, and he's going to look left, and he's going to let it go. Looks like McGee is on the reception, and he's brought down by Julius Jimenez. Nice little pitch and catch from the lefty, getting some good game time, some valuable experience.
Exactly, and just, doing, what the beautiful thing about having a run game as strong as Poly's is this season, you don't need your quarterback to put the team on their back, though. They really just need to play a role, which is so huge, especially at the high school level, when you can have that much confidence in the rest of your squad to know that they've got your back and you don't have to do everything yourself. Poly's quarterback's really benefiting from that, I think historically, but certainly looking to benefit from that this season.
There's some movement on the line there, so they're going to back him up 5 yards. 2nd and 10, ball on the 36-yard line as Vialva drives this Poly offense. Bridges to his right, and they're going to give it to him. Bridges breaks left, and he's got some room to go. Only one defender to beat, but he's going to outrun him, and that's a touchdown, Jackrabbits.
Looks like there is a flag back at the 27-yard line.
Come on.
They're not going to let you do it, John. They're not going to let you do it.
I'm trying to flow into these touchdown calls.
Another holding call against the Jackrabbits to take some points off the board.
Ref don't kill my vibe. Ref don't kill my vibe.
And just a reminder, you guys, for those of you who were impressed with John's hoodie action going on. That 16th and Atlantic. Not sure if we can get on the camera here. Oh, well.
You got a good image there on the screen.
Got a great image there. So go to longbeach.ltd. Stands for Long Beach Limited. It's a great.
The freshness.
Yes, those 16th and Atlantic T-shirts and hoodies. The proceeds from those do go towards the Long Beach Poly Associated Student Body, and you can also pick up a history of Long Beach Poly High School written by local sports writers Mike Guardabascio and Tyler Hendrickson. So once more, longbeach.ltd. Pick up some swag.
Vialva's going to look right to McGee, and he's going to complete that. Looks to be about a 7-yard gain. Going to bring up 3rd and 3 here.
And again, if you're just tuning in, Pat Vialva in at quarterback, just getting some reps. It looks like we didn't see anything going on with Shea Kuykendall there, but.
And he's going to hand that off to Turner, who runs right, then cuts back left to find some room, gets past the chains. That's going to bring up.
He needed 3. I do believe that he got more.
It's catchphrase time.
First down, Jackrabbits.
And for those of you wondering, Matt is also the home in-game announcer for your Long Beach Poly Jackrabbits, so he's getting his reps in here as the color guy, stretching that voice out as we have an injury down on the field, so we're going to take some time. And while we have some time, like and subscribe to this YouTube channel. If you enjoy what you're seeing, if you're having a good time with us on a Friday night, watching some Poly football, like, subscribe, get in the chat. You guys are doing an incredible job in the chat. We love to see what's going on. A lot of generations coming together, having some fun, getting to know each other. And that's what we really like to see. So like, subscribe. You can follow our social media on Instagram, Long Beach Poly Football, at Long Beach Poly Football and at Poly Jackrabbits, or Twitter, Long Beach Poly _football, at Long Beach Poly Athletics, and at Poly Jackrabbits. Like, subscribe, follow our social. We're only as good as the support that you guys give us. And we appreciate it so much.
And don't forget to, if you're in a position to give, one of the things that I love about Long Beach is how much Long Beach supports Long Beach. I do fundraising for Long Beach City College, and that's something that's really been hit home during COVID-19 is how much Long Beach supports Long Beach. So if you have the capacity to give, down there in the description is a link to donate to the program. Once more, link to donate down in the description if you're able.
Vialva drops back. He's looking left. He's going to roll, and he's going to hold on to that ball. Flashing the wheels there.
Yeah, and a great decision to step out of bounds. Read that linebacker Augie Lyons had the angle on him, and made the smart play. You don't need your quarterback to be a running back when you've got running backs as good as Poly does. So, nice 5-yard pickup, bringing up 2nd and 5 there.
And Vialva doing a really nice job on his first drive of the season, coming out here and just getting the job done so far. Looks like he'll sit in the shotgun with Samples to his left. 2 wide receivers on either side. He's going to give it out to Samples. Samples running up the middle. He's going to be tackled by 2 Lancers there, started by Mock Manu.
And you guys, don't forget to, in the when you're in the description for the video, check out the eSpace store. That's the place to get Poly, Nike, and Jordan gear. So yeah, go ahead and check that out as well down in the description.
And that's Jordan Brand.
Proceeds are, sorry, Jordan Brand. Proceeds from sales on those items do go to Poly. So again, if you can check out the eSpace store or Long Beach Limited, longbeach.ltd, those are some great ways to get some cool Long Beach Poly swag and support the program as well.
Support the Funk House by getting the jump man, as Samples is met with some big hits there in the middle. Not much room to run there. It's going to bring up 2nd down for the Poly Jackrabbits here in the red zone. The red zone times 2. And it looks like Poly's going to take their first time out of the half. Think things over. And so far, it seems to be, like we said, a bit more of the same for Poly in the second half. They're running the ball well. Vialva's doing a good job in here, subbing in for Kuykendall. And remember, if you're looking for an advertising spot, contact Long Beach Poly High School at gmail.com. If you want to advertise on this stream directly, we're happy to put your name on that screen, to put your face on the screen, whatever images you're looking to advertise. Again, that's Long Beach Poly High School at gmail.com for an advertising spot on this stream itself. We got 290 watching the stream, so we do have some eyes across the country. Valuable spots here. Long Beach Poly High School at gmail.com. $31-0 Long Beach Poly over the Lakewood Lancers. They're looking to add to that score there here in the red zone. Ball about on the 10-yard line. Vialva in the backfield. And he's going to keep it himself. Samples in front blocking, and he's going to run that out of bounds. Going to lose about 2 yards there. It looked like he might have fumbled that snap a bit. Tried to hand it off to Samples, but decided to just take it himself. Didn't want to risk any big errors there, any game-shifting errors. So.
Yeah, looks like we had Kingston Foster in pursuit for the Lancers there. Gonna force Vialva out of bounds at the Lancer 12-yard line.
And that's Foster. He's doing double duty. He's in as the running back on offense every now and then, also playing the linebacker. And that's impressive heart to see down 31 here in the second half. Sticking to those both sides, putting it all out there. Vialva's going to drop back. He's going to look right. He's looking for Rochelle, but that ball well overthrown outside of the end zone. No chance for that one. That's going to fall incomplete.
Yeah, and tight coverage there too by Anthony Alvarez with the safety coming over from the top. Tough ball. Would have had to be pretty perfectly placed. Made the smart decision though, and if you're going to err on the side of anything in that situation, you want to overthrow it, put that out of reach of any of the defenders for the Lancers, and Vialva did that.
And Michael will come out.
Looks like we're going to have a 28-yard attempt here from Dylan Michael. And to Dylan Michael's family, I apologize. I've been saying Michael's the entire game. It is Dylan Michael, so I do apologize for that. Coming in for the 28-yard attempt here.
I mean, he's got the leg of two men, of multiple Michaels. So
I mean, you're not
wrong.
wrong.
Take it as a compliment.
Yeah, exactly.
Michael kick is up, kicking from the right hash, and another one right through the uprights. Michael cannot miss as he puts 3 points on the board for the Jackrabbits.
Yeah, Michael, I believe, is that 3 of 3 now from the night for field goal, or is that just his second attempt? I know he's let's see here. We're taking a look at the stats here. Looks like that's going to be his second field goal. So 2 of 2 for field goal, 4 of 4 from point afters. Nice night here for Dylan Michael, especially with the wind.
Yeah, putting points on the board, points that you need, points that don't often get highlighted on the scoreboard, but important points there. I'll say points one more time. Points. And again, if you get the chance, and you can, be sure to donate directly to the Poly Football Program. You can just press the link in the description below, type football in the search bar. As Michael kicks it off. And that's going to be Tyshawn Hines bringing it down to the right side, pushed out of bounds at about the 30-yard line.
Looks like Ignacio Michaele, the first Jackrabbit, in on the stop there.
And that's going to bring up another chance for these Lancers to establish something on the offensive side of the ball.
And looks like we've got somebody in from Laughlin as well, and Dwight Wilson. Cannot agree more with you. Just a lot of love and a lot of respect for all of the Moore League teams out here competing. Just incredibly thrilled that we get to bring you guys Moore League football in this insane time that we're living in. So cannot express that enough, just how grateful we are to be here covering this game with you guys.
Ianson in the backfield, 2 receivers to his left. He's going to give that to Augie Lyons, who's, and I'm going to say it again, met by that strong Poly defensive line. Not much room to run there, and he's going to be stopped for about no gain there. It's going to bring up 2nd down for the Lancers.
It looks like they may be having some technical difficulties with the scoreboard right now, so there may be a delay on field as they work that out.
We're flying blind here. I won't lie, I check that scoreboard often to try and give you guys the right information.
And Alan Crisp coming in on the chat as well. Definitely shout out to the 562.org, bringing you guys local news coverage, local sports coverage. I know that they're more excited than anybody that isn't wearing pads and a helmet right now to be covering sports again in the city of Long Beach. Be sure to stop over to the 562.org after the game. They'll have video highlights. They'll have full game write-ups, as well as photo galleries from all of tonight's Moore League action. So once more, that's the562.org.
It looks like we have life in that scoreboard as the clock ticks down. And that's going to do it for the 3rd quarter. We move on to the 4th. Jackrabbits up 34-0 over the Lakewood Lancers here at Cabrillo High School in Long Beach, California.
And everybody, just a quick reminder as the teams switch sides here for the start of the 4th quarter. Please like and subscribe to the video if you already haven't done so. By subscribing to the channel, you're helping to ensure that this is something that can live on. We'd love to be able to continue doing this after this season as well, and so the best way to do that is to subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to follow Poly on social media. You can follow them on Instagram at Long Beach Poly Football and at Poly Jackrabbits. And you can follow them on Twitter at LBPoly_football, at LBPolyathletics, and at Poly Jackrabbits. That's the best way to stay in the loop. Game start times may be fluid. Games may be canceled the day of, depending on whether somebody on either team tests positive for COVID. So be sure to tune in to those social media avenues so that you can keep up with the latest information. That's one way to end a 4-hour sentence.
It is one way, but valuable information indeed.
And we've got another person asking, this Maria from Bullhead City, Arizona. So the website for gear is going to be Long Beach Limited. So it's longbeach.ltd, like limited. That's where you can get your 16th and Atlantic hoodies and T-shirts, as well as the history of Long Beach Poly, written by 2 local authors. For official Poly Nike gear, that's going to be from the East Bay store in the description of this video. Both of those avenues are a great place to help support the program, as well as proceeds for both of those sites go to Long Beach Poly's program.
Devin Bush in motion as Ianson hands it to Augie Lyons on the right side. It looked like Poly might have got him in the backfield, but Lyons is able to escape and gain a nice little run there. 8-yard gain. That's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
And Turner and Parham, two starters for the Jackrabbits, still in here during the 4th quarter, forcing him out of bounds there. We've got a clock issue here in stadium. They've got it running again. He was ruled out. They're going with a running clock here in the fourth quarter. So the clock will not be stopping when players are out of bounds, I believe.
Ianton in the backfield. He'll take the snap. And he's going to hand it to Lyons, who's met by several Jackrabbits there. Not much room to run, and he's going to lose about 2 there. It's going to bring up 4th down for the Lancers. And it looks like they're sending a unit on there. It's tough to tell when your quarterback's the punter when they're going to punt, but it looks like they may be punting here.
It's true. And for those of you who are used to watching games in person, normally in that situation I would have said he was brought down by a bury of jackrabbits, mentioning that for those who don't know, a bury is a large gathering of jackrabbits.
Facts. Facts only on the Poly Football live stream. If you don't know, now you know.
I'm gonna let you behind the curtain here a little, John. When I was in high school, I Googled that, and that's the answer I found. I've never been able to replicate that search, so I don't actually know if a gathering of jackrabbits is called a bury.
Ianson with the kick there. It's going to be recovered by Turner, rather received by Turner. He's going to get a few yards there, but take a couple hits along the way, and it looks like there's a flag on the field.
Yeah, it looks like that's going to be back at the 32 there.
Wind picking up here on a Friday night.
Well, it wouldn't be, it wouldn't be high school football if it weren't cold in Long Beach.
That's true.
The
Long Beach is doing its best to replicate the fall feeling here tonight at Cabrillo High School. Looks like that penalty is going to back up the Jackrabbits to about the 22-yard line, but first down for them as Vialva steps back onto the field. Samples again to his left. 2 receivers on each side. And he gives it to Samples, who runs up the middle. Samples shimmies and shakes, but he's brought down at about the 27-yard line.
And that's going to be Pico Rocky Tautai with the stop for the Lancers. 5-yard gain on that play, going to bring up 2nd and 5 now for Poly. Ball's going to be at their own 27.
Poly will re-up with the same formation. And play as they give it to Samples, who runs up the middle again. But he's grabbed by a few Lancers there. Gains a few yards there. That's going to bring up 3rd down and about 2 here for the Jackrabbits with 9:30 left to go in the ballgame.
Yeah, and again, we had another person reach out about the 16th and Atlantic hoodies. Those are found at Long Beach Limited. That's going to be longbeach.ltd. That's going to be the link for those. If you want the Poly Nike gear, that's going to be from East Bay, which is in the description for the video.
And Samples is going to take that at the middle, a few yards past the chain, so that's going to bring up another first down for the Jackrabbits.
Why don't you hit him with it, John?
Can't do it all the time or else it loses its magic.
No, you have to do it all the time as PA. That's when you're doing public address, you literally do it every time.
I'm not addressing the public.
I mean, you're kind of addressing
I'm addressing our friends on the YouTube live stream.
That's fair. That's fair.
Vialva drops back. He's going to look to the left side, but he just overthrows Rashad St. Louis.
And I'm having a tough time. It looks like that was number 8, Augie Lyons, the linebacker in coverage for the Lancers there.
Looks like Bridges checks in for Samples.
Lakewood bringing pressure.
And he gets the carry. And they're going to bring down Samples in the backfield. Looks to lose about 5 there on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd and long for the Poly Jackrabbits, and the defensive line for the Lakewood Lancers not showing any quit. They're still playing here, down 34 with 8 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter.
And that's Travis Perryman. You know, we've said his name a lot. He was in there with the stop in the backfield for the Lancers. Lakewood just bringing extra pressure, knowing that Poly is going to be running the ball, going to be looking to take time off the clock and get out of here with a W. So Lakewood bringing extra pressure.
Vialva dropping back. And he's going to get that pass off to Evan Arredondo. Is that number 10, it looks.
Yep, you are right. That is Arredondo there.
The third-string QB getting some reps at wide receiver there.
Well, you got
the cause for my hesitation. Man, come on. Pitchers want to catch the ball, too.
It's true. That's true.
Looks like they're going to move those chains up.
It's not the most conventional way to do it, folks, but it is another first down, Jackrabbits. The best part about me doing that first down, Jackrabbits, so loud is that I know that that's just right in John's ear, so.
And I'm sure it's great for you at home, too. Vialva's going to hand that ball to Bridges, and he has some room to run. One defender to beat, and he's going to do it. That's a touchdown for the Jaguars, but there's a flag on the play. Come on, man.
They're not going to give it to you, John. They're not going to let you do it.
One momentum touchdown call. Some energy, please. You're killing me, ref.
Hey, look, you know, it's a cold night out here. The referees obviously trying to keep their shoulders warm. It's
I need some pieces for my reel. I'm not going to get it with 5-yard runs. I need 40-yard touchdown runs.
Well, the good news is you might get a 35-yard touchdown run because they're spotting the Jackrabbits at the Lancer 35.
I'm all for it. The first down will stick, so it will be 1st and 10 for those Jackrabbits at the 35-yard line, but the touchdown called back as Bridges checks out and Samples checks back in. Vialva in the backfield. And he'll give it to Samples running on the right side.
And that's
Mac Manu.
Mac Manu
all
with
over
a big
him.
stop there for Lakewood.
No gain on the play. Bring up 2nd and 10 for the Jackrabbits. Looks like they're going to set up with 3 receivers to the left. Samples in the backfield. Quarterback / wide receiver Arredondo on the right side. Vialva's going to drop back, and he's going to look deep. And that's a catch. Samples does it all. Coming out of the backfield, moving in motion. He's going to catch that deep pass from Vialva, and it's going to be another first down for the Jackrabbits heading into the red zone of the Lancers. And Poly bringing out all the stops here.
Yeah, no, and that's, I mean, great. That wasn't just like, hey, like, I'm open, get me the ball in the flats. Like, he ran a route, made a play on the ball in tight coverage. That's a heck of a reception there for the running back Samples.
A great catch from Samples, and for his hard work, he checks out of the game. Vialva fumbles the snap, and he's going to take it himself. And he does actually a pretty good job of salvaging that play. It could have been a big loss, but it looks like he gains 1 or 2.
Mac Manu there with the stop for the Lancers. That's going to bring up 2nd and 9 for Poly. Ball at the Lancer 14-yard line.
Poly driving here in the fourth quarter. Just under 6 minutes left. And Bridges is going to take that up the right side. He breaks 1 tackle, but he's met by a few more Lancer defenders, and he's taken out of bounds at about the 7-yard line. but a nice little run there for Bridges.
Yeah, again, this poly running attack is just so potent. It's going to be tough for anybody in the Moore League to compete with that size up front with poly. And then you've got speed in Bridges hitting the outside, and just really, really impressive downhill running by Samples there, number 20. All season so far. I mean, he's a smaller guy, but just gets a full head of steam and keeps his momentum moving forward.
And Bridges is going to touch that ball again, but the Lancers were ready.
Looks like Perriman on that stop. Stop me if you've heard this before. Perriman makes the stop for the Lancers.
Stop.
Oh.
You said stop you. It's going to bring up 4th down for the Jackrabbits. And they say, Michael, you've done enough tonight. We're going to go for it here on 4th down. Vialva back out there. Samples to his, Bridges to his left. Now behind him. And they're going to hand that off to Bridges. He finds some room on the right side, and he gets in the end zone. Touchdown, Jackrabbits.
Doing a quick visual scan. I'm not seeing any dirty laundry on the field. Congratulations, John. Congratulations. How'd that feel?
It felt so good. I finally got one. Jaden Bridges finds the room to run and takes it to pay dirt to add 6 more points on the board. We stand at 40-0. Poly Jackrabbits over the Lakewood Lancers. 4:11 left here to go in the 4th quarter.
Exactly, and Samples now with 2 touchdowns on the night, and I believe that carry is actually going to bring him over the 100-yard mark on tonight's game as well. Really impressive night.
And that's that dine and dash combo. Bridges, Samples. Bridges with the speed on the outside. Samples just eating up those yards as Michael kicks it through the uprights to add 1 to that score. We got a score of 41-0. Jackrabbits over the Lancers here at Cabrillo High School. And I'm going to make that nickname stick. Dine and dash, baby.
There you go. I like it. You know who doesn't like it?
Long Beach restaurateurs.
All of the local businesses that are being dined and dashed. If you are frequenting local businesses during this pandemic, don't dine and dash.
Don't do it.
We've all read the reports. We've heard the news. It's easier to do that now with the online food ordering, but it's still not okay, you guys.
It's not. John Martin, Matt Guardabascio, here to be your moral compass as we get here in the middle of March of 2021. Seeing some light at the end of the tunnel. Football back here in Long Beach. And if you've seen the sweatshirt, once again, head to longbeach.ltd for some sweet Long Beach threads. It's for Long Beach, by Long Beach. It's for you guys, run by some great representatives of Long Beach. Long Beach history of Long Beach Poly also available there. Check it out if you got some time. And while you're doing it, subscribe to the channel if you're having a good time here with us. We love those likes. We love that interaction as Michaels kicks it off to about the 15-yard line. It's going to be received by Tyshawn Hines. But again, not much room to run as he's brought down at about the 11-yard line.
And it looks like we've got another shout out here for Wheaty and Whoa Mo. John, you wanna? I'll say Wheaty and you say Whoa.
Whoa.
All right. Big shout out for Wheaty.
Whoa.
And
Whoa.
Mo.
Oh. I wasn't expecting that. I just dunked it and I was celebrating on the sideline and the play wasn't over.
No,
That's
it was
my
not.
bad.
No, it was not.
I left you hanging that time.
Yeah. It's all right. I mean, it's okay. Guys, and just a reminder, too, in the description below is a link to donate and help support the Long Beach Poly football program. We understand during these times not everybody is able, but if you are in a position to support it would be greatly appreciated. It's a tough time for athletics. It's a tough time for programs right now as well. So, again, that donation link down in the description below.
And we have a new guy in at quarterback. Trying to catch the number there. Some miscommunication there on the handoff. As Kai Abaya checks in at quarterback. Looks to his right, but the running back was on his left. And the Jackrabbits take advantage, pounce all over him for a big loss there of about 4 yards, 2nd and 14.
Yeah, and, it's one of those things, like, it's not the best, obviously, but also you're still moving the clock, and at this point, Lakewood had another cramping injury, it looks like, during the return. So at this point, especially with how cold it is right now, I think both teams just really looking to get out of here with no injuries, get ready for the next week.
And some more miscommunication in the backfield. There's a missed handoff there, and there's going to be another loss for the Lancers as the Jackrabbits jump all over it. No letting off of the gas here for the Jackrabbits.
And I just saw a shout out to the film crew. Yes, definitely incredible team. All Jackrabbit alums working this broadcast right now. We've got our producer, Jan Kim Lim, class of 2017, cameraman Anthony Nem, class of 2008, our audio tech, Jeremiah Ang, class of 2017, and our statistician and film crew head, Ru Ayala, class of 1984, been with the program since 99. Ru, we love you, and we appreciate the work that you do and have been doing all these years.
Abaya in the backfield. And he's going to keep it himself. He's going to run to the left side, but not fooling anybody. It's going to be number 44 on the Poly side. Unfortunately, we don't have him on our roster, but want to shout him out. A nice tackle there, stopping the speedy quarterback on the Lancer side from gaining more yards. That's going to bring up 4th and 17 for this Lancer special teams unit.
Jackrabbits with nobody back.
Rather, they're going to keep the offense on the field, thus explaining why no Jackrabbits back. But all for naught as there's a penalty on the snap. It looks like it's going to go against the Lancers there.
And Andrew, we just saw shout out for Coach Slice. Yes, Coach Slice, just a legend with this program. Worked at worked for Poly for several decades, an alum himself. Just an incredible human and someone that is sorely missed. The team is actually dedicated and has decals for Coach Slice for the season. We lost him in October of last year. So great call out. Thank you, Andrew, for bringing that up.
And with that penalty, that's going to wind the clock down to 0 and end it for us here at Cabrillo High School. 40 Long Beach Poly Jackrabbits 41, Lakewood Lancers 0. As we have a great show of sportsmanship here on the field, as the Long Beach Poly Jackrabbits applaud the Lancers, and the Lancers return the favor.
Yeah, no, just an incredible way to show your respect for the opposing team in a world where you can't line up and shake hands. I'm really happy that these teams have put that together and were able to have that for themselves. And I think now that we're at the end of the game here, I think we're going to take a look at some stats and talk a little bit about tonight's game.
Rough game for the Lancers. They end the game with negative 18 total yards. Really couldn't do anything with the ball on their side. and a complete opposite result set for the Poly Jackrabbits as they total 411 total offensive yards. They really had their way with that Lakewood defense, and that Lakewood offense couldn't really move anywhere against that stouted Poly defense.
Yeah, and really, I mean, it's one of those things we talked about the quarterback Ianson for Lakewood and what we were hoping to see from him, and what Lakewood head coach Scott Meyer was hoping to see from him as well. But only 9 attempts on the night, and a big part of that is because he didn't have the time to attempt more than 9 passes. 5 of 9, 26 yards. Shea Kuykendall, 12 of 17 with 156 yards and 3 touchdowns for the Jackrabbits. And again, just the running game so strong for Poly this week. John, you want to walk us through the numbers?
Samples and Bridges totaling for 175 yards. Devin Samples with 19 carries, Bridges with 10 carries. And it really, the tail of the tape was on the field. They just had their way, that offensive line, that physical, big offensive line, clearing those lanes for both running backs so that the Poly offense could do what they did. And that success running just led to more success in the air, which leads to a 41-0 score and an easy Poly victory here on a Friday. A chilly, windy, as you can see, Friday night.
Yeah, and again, just really do want to shout out our production crew. My partner, John Martin, class of 2007. I'm Matt Guardabascio, class of 2007. Jan Kim Lim, our producer, class of 2017. Our cameraman, Anthony Nem, class of 2008. Audio tech is Jeremiah Eng, class of 2017. And our stats and film crew lead is Ru Ayala, a staple of the program since 1999.
That's going to do it for us here. Again, before you leave, like, subscribe. We're so happy that you were able to join us on a Friday night. We hope you had a good time watching some more league football. Join us next week for even more Poly football. We keep it going. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.